Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Dahliawati and my student register number is 001. So, today I want to talk about conditional sentence. Conditional sentences are used to speculate about what could happen, what may have happened, and what we wish would happen. In English, most sentences using the conditional contain the word if. Many conditional forms in English are used in sentences that include verb in one of the past tense. This usage is referred to as the unreal past because we use a past tense but we are not actually referring to something that happened in the past. There are 5 main ways of constructing conditional sentence in English. In all cases, the sentences are made up of an if clause and a main clause. In many negative conditional sentences, there is an equivalent sentence construction using unless instead of if. And now, this is types of conditional sentence. They are type 0, type 1, type 2, and type 3. Okay, first type is type 0. The zero conditional is used for when the time being referred to is no or always and the situation is real and possible. The zero conditional is often used to refer to general truth. The tense is both part of the sentence is the simple present. In zero conditional sentence, the word if can usually be replaced by the word when without changing the meaning. We use the zero conditional to talk about general truth. We often use the zero conditional to give instruction. A zero condition sentence consists of 2 present simple verbs. Next, form of conditional sentence. Type 0 is if plus present simple. An example from type 0, number 1, if you eat a lot, you put on weight. And number 2, if you heat water, it evaporates. And the last, if it rains, the ground gets wet. Okay, the zero conditional is also often used to give instruction using the imperative in the main clause. Example, if Bill phones, tell him to meet me at the cinema. And then ask him if you're not sure what to do. Okay, the next type is type 1. The type 1 conditional is used to refer to the present or future where the situation is real. The type 1 conditional refers to a possible condition and is verbal research. In this sentence, the if clause is in the simple present and the main clause is in the simple future. Use the first condition to talk about things that might happen in the future, to talk about things that will be true. And then, form of conditional sentence type 1 is if plus present simple is if these things happens, and will plus infinitive is that things happens. An example from type 1 is if you study hard, you will pass exam. And then if we don't leave now, we will miss the train. And so, the type 1 conditional sentence are used to refer to a possible or real outcome of a condition. The condition clause uses the simple present tense and the result clause uses the simple future tense. The condition here is based on and refers to real and possible event, and the result clause refers to its verbal result, something the speaker thinks will certainly happen under the given condition. Example, if you don't apologize to her, she will not come back here. And then the last, if John works on his wrestling, he will be unbeatable. The next type is type 2. The type 2 conditional is used to refer to a time that is now or any time, and a situation that is unreal. The sentences are not based on fact. the type 2 conditional is used to refer to a hypothetical condition and is probably certain. In type 2 conditional sentence, the if clause uses the simple past and the main clause uses the present conditional. Use the second conditional to talk about things in the present that are impossible. And the form of conditional sentence type 2 is if plus past simple is if things happen. And will plus infinitive is that what thing happens. An example from type 2 is number 1, if I were the president, I would lower tax. And number 2, if I won the lottery, I would buy a house in Barbados. And last, if I had money, I would buy a new house. Okay, the type 2 conditional refers to an unlikely or hypothetical condition and is probably result. The sentences are not based on the actual situation. And in type 2 conditional sentence, the time is no or any time and the situation is hypothetical. Okay, the next type is type 3. The type 3 conditional is used to refer to a time that is in the past and a situation that is contrary to reality. The fact they are based on the opposite of what is expressed. The type 3 conditional is used to refer to an unreal past condition and is probably past result. In type 3 conditional sentence, the if clause uses the past perfect and the main clause uses the perfect conditional. Use the third conditional to talk about the past. It's used to talk about a situation that did not happen and to imagine the result of this imaginary situation. And form of conditional sentence type 3 is if plus past perfect is if this thing had happened, and would plus have plus past participle is that thing would have happened. An example from type 3 is number 1, if I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. And the last, if I had worked, I might have passed the exam. That's all for me. Sorry for my mistake. Good luck in your life. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.